fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. Get into this. I don't expect this chapter to be particularly hype, but there might be a lot of powerful moments in this, because coming off of the last couple of chapters of Boku no Hero, man, which have been arguably some of the most powerful and best in the history of the series. I'm so curious to see the setup for the future and where things move from here. So let's just get into it, man. Let's fucking get into it. Boku no Hero Greatness, chapter 95. Let's go. I don't know. What is this going on in the chat? Interesting. All I can say is that I don't hear to that man. Anything that has to do with that man, I just don't care about. But anyway, let's get into it, man. The next morning, society was in a state of chaos. The Nomu we captured are just like the ones we've seen before. They have no human-like responses, and it doesn't seem like we'll be able to acquire new information from them. Because the warehouse where they were being kept was destroyed, all we can do to learn about how they are manufactured is to continue our ongoing investigations. Son, how many Nomos have you guys captured at this point? You still can't figure out the biology behind them? It's possible that warehouse was a fake in the first place, no? It's not exactly the proper environment to be carrying out biological experiments, and the location's too obvious too. We're also collecting whatever personal information we can about the villains from the bar, right? The location was so obvious, how come it took you guys so long to locate it? That is still presently under investigation. Though we captured their leader, Shigaraki and the rest of his lot all managed to escape. It may be a bit naive to say this, but all things considered, the result was more or less a tie, no? You moron, we lost our symbol of peace. To just put it bluntly, it's true. Ultimately, Sensei's dialogue at the end of last chapter, you feel that. You already know that ultimately it's a huge loss for the heroes, man. It's a huge loss. All Might's weakened form was revealed to the world. The symbol of peace that will never fall is no more. Not to the citizens and not to the villains. That is the price we pay for having so much rest on one individual's shoulders. The world was able to see what could happen if a group of idiots gathered together and tried to do something. I am afraid. Our initial profiling suggested that it had all the sophistication of a child's tantrums, but the chief villain, Shigaraki Tomura, every time he adds to his numbers, his criminal plan gets all the more complicated, all the more cognizant of the society around him. That's the thing, dude. He's evolving. He's growing. That's exactly what Sensei wants. That kind of childish era. I mean, it's definitely still there. There's no way he can discard it 100% just because of the recent events. But he's definitely going into a completely more competent leader as well. Shigaraki is thinking, and he is growing. And with the fall of All Might, we've now got even fewer deterrents than before, and their number dwindles by the day. Every time the League fails, they get stronger. I don't think they could have wished for more convenient circumstances under which to grow their own power. You think this has all gone according to their plan? Couldn't this just be speculation after the fact? Aren't you being a little too negative? I don't know. However, the one thing I can say for sure is that we have to capture those guys. We, the police, we can no longer just sit around and just receive criminals as they are caught. We must reform our ways. Yo. Interesting, man. The way the police move going forward from here, there could very well come a point, depending on the scope of Boku no Hero and where it progresses to, because it's an end of an era right now. It's at the end and the birth of a new era. It could be. Yo, Bloody Claw said it first. Bloody Claw said it first. Fuck, man, you stole my thunder, son. I was just about to say it, but it could very well be that now that the police see this overarching threat, it will ultimately, the paranoia and the development of a police state such that they develop weapons to combat villains. and they develop their own cowardly human strategies to combat those with quirks, could then spill over into a terror for heroes themselves. Now that there's no All Might, now there's no fixture and pillar that keeps everything in check. Shit's about to be the craziest fucking society, man. If they made Sentinels, though, that'd be ridiculous. West the Sage, what's good, man? This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting right now. And be sure to United States smash that like button if you have not already. That is United States smash the most powerful for now, man. Until we get to that global level, that higher tier of expansion. We're going with United States smash, man. It's transcendent. The last flames inside of me have gone out. The symbol of peace is dead. Here's the thing, though. I can't even be salty. Yo, it was good, Travis. I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad because All Might's cognizant. And he's all there and he's alive. That was not an outcome I honestly foresaw. And it's still quite fucking powerful simply because the symbol of peace is dead. It's been shattered. Gran Torino, man. And I forget the name of the detective, man. I always forget the name of this detective. However, there's still some things I have to do. Shigaraki Tomoda, Shimura's grandson, huh? That's just what he claimed, right? There's not much basis behind all that, is there? Did neither of you interact at all with the previous generation of the family? Well, Shimura's husband was killed. To distance her own child as much as possible from the world of heroes, she gave him up to a foster family. She told Toshinori and me that under no circumstances did she want any of us to come into contact with her child, even if the worst were to happen to her. Dude, look at this panel. Every time I catch a glimpse of Shimura Nana now, man, it's just pure goddess status. Pure fucking goddess status. And in keeping that promise, instead this happens. How miserable. Truly is fucked. It's absolutely fucked. That makes sense, though. That makes complete sense now as to why neither Gran Torino or All Might knew about this. In parting with her own blood, my master just wanted to do what she could to ensure a life of peace. I have to go find Shigaraki. If I do, then he... No. What would you do if you found him? You are no longer capable of seeing him as a villain. You would be at a complete loss. No matter what his lineage is, at the end of the day, he's a criminal. I know, plus you have no abilities. From now on, the search for Shigaraki will be handled by Tsukuhachi and myself. That's the man's name. Still not, I'm going to forget it just as soon as it's done, though, that's for sure. You will remain at UA and carry out all that it is you must still do. Even if you can no longer be the symbol of peace, All Might is still alive. After that, we meet up with Todoroki and the rest, and took Kachan to the police. Son, Bakugo. I mean, it makes sense they have to question him too. Not even half a day later, we all went our separate ways home. Well then, yo, eat him, man. You can. What's the mustache, man? You can shave that shit. You can get rid of that shit now, son. You can get rid of that shit now. It never has been the best of looks for you. Thank you, everyone. The three of you are going straight home, right? Yup, really. Thank you. See you guys back at school. Some crazy stuff's been going on, huh, Shoto? You didn't return any of my messages after you went off to visit him. I was getting worried. Welcome back. Yo! His sister is sexy, man. I don't recall ever seeing her before either. I know he's seen his mother, but I don't recall ever seeing his sister. Son. Policeman's name kind of sounds like Scotch, so you can just try to remember it that way. All right, I'll try. He does like the stash, man. He's probably feeling it. The conclusion to the arc is disappointing. I have to disagree with that. Oh shit! I forgot about that. I forgot about it entirely. Because all I remember was him going to visit his mother. I forgot about anything other than that. But that's Beast. That's Beast. Still, sexy as fuck. He got back just a little bit ago. He's been like that. Yo, and never, dude. He's probably so salty right now. If All Might really can no longer stand at the front lines, then the position of number one. Nah, Shota, he doesn't want it like that. Get up. If you something like this can bring you down, then even the stupid villains who are small fry to All Might will be too much for you. Yeah, look at the flames just scattered about the room. He's so pissed. Not like this. I can't accept it. There's no way I'll accept it. I absolutely cannot accept. I knew it, man. There's no way he'd be after spending the entirety of his life. Well, not the entire, but the entirety of his career trying to surpass this man, establishing him as his one true rival, the insurmountable goal. And now he's gotten what he's always desired, to be number one. But it would be, it's to me, it's the exact same, just for like the simplicity of the example. It would be the same dynamic if between like Goku and Vegeta, if Goku just fucking lost his abilities, and then now Vegeta's considered strong. He'd be salty as all fuck. So I feel Endeavor, man. I definitely feel him. I think this is going to lead him into a great deal of despair, to be honest with you. I could easily see him becoming an alcoholic and being posted if they want to get real with Boku no Hero right now. I think it would have been. I think that him being in a vegetative state would have been much more of an impactful end, even more so than death. But I'm happy. I have to say, I'm happy that the man is alive and mostly well. Dude, Mama Midoriya, it's been a while, man. Still hasn't lost any weight, but she's still cute. She's still cute. All Might, it looks like he had a tough time. It must have been hard for you to come back, Izuku. Yeah. What happens now? Did we really do the right thing back there? All Might. Hold on, where are you going? Dinner's almost ready. Where are you going, man? Yo. Son. At the same beach. This is real right now. You're finally here. All Might. Took you long enough. Tex, yo. Look at his face, man. Even weakened, the little Texas smash, man. Coughing up blood as he does it. This is a great panel. This is absolutely amazing panel. You really have a hard time doing as you're told. That was inches from the edge. Sheesh, who says you take after me? Midoriya, my boy, the truth is I'm retiring. My body is no longer in a state where I can fight anymore. He can still reach his peak form, though? Nah, that was like a second. Damn. The last embers of One for All have gone out. And on top of that, I am not able to maintain my muscle form anymore. That being said, you every single time, no matter how many times you're told, you come flying out of nowhere looking for trouble. No matter how many times you're told, you continue to break your body. And that's why. This time, for the first time, you were able to get yourself out of harm's way without getting hurt. That, dude, this is real. That makes me incredibly happy. Imagine if they could have never had this moment. From here on out, I am devoting myself to your development. Despite my condition, we'll do our best, okay? Son. Damn. You really do have a hard time doing as you're told. How many times have I told you stop being a crybaby? Dude, this panel is fucking real. The weak, lingering pain in my cheek told me with each throb but one thing. This was the end of the age of All Might. Etched in history, turning over a new leaf, next chapter a color cover. You can feel the weight of this moment, dude. Time skipping. I could see a time skip right here, dude. At any rate, this does mark the beginning of the next chapter of this series. Damn. Son, I could definitely see a time skip here. I don't think it's gonna be like a major time skip. I would say if we get a time skip here, I would say no more than 6 months. No more than 6 months. I could see it being a smaller scale one from like a month to 3 months. I would say no more than 6 months, especially with, you know, the whole UA student dynamic. I couldn't see the jump from first year to second year happening just in a time skip like that. But there's definitely I definitely see a time skip for sure. I think that I would say that in the past I wouldn't see one, but now if any time to do a time skip, now is the time. The end of the beginning and the beginning of the end. This is turning the page onto a new chapter of this series, focusing on the next generation, on Izuku's development. A time skip is actually very beneficial here, albeit a short one. I don't want a major time skip. Like if anywhere near a year happens, that would piss me off actually. 6 months would be ideal. 6 months, 3 to 6 months would be ideal. But I can't say for certain we'll get a time skip. I think if there will be one, now is as good a time as any. I don't think so. No, I mean they're well into. I'd say from the initial. How many months have it? I'd probably say it's been like half a year, at most, since they started their first year. So they already had that. No, I don't think they're gonna do another training camp, man. I really don't. I mean, if it's in fact summer right now, I could see like it's the fact that they basically had that. It was interrupted by a villain alliance. I don't think it's necessary to do that again right now. I really don't. I want the time skip. I want the time skip. Yeah, 3 month ones would be perfect. 3 months would be perfect. That's why he needs to rein it in, man. It's not summer right now. That's why wasn't the initial training camp a summer training camp thing. That's what I thought in the first place. But I don't do chapter ratings anymore, Edgar. I don't do that. It's not a review. It's not a review, and even in reviews, I don't do ratings like that anymore. I only do ratings for like full series things or like something that's absolutely necessary to give a rating for. Something one off. I don't really do individual chapter ratings. But this was powerful in its own right, especially as a transitionary chapter, kind of wrapping things up after how insanely intense and powerful that last arc was. It's a damn good chapter. Damn good chapter. Endeavor's state right now is very interesting to me too. It's extremely interesting. But it's gonna be. I'm very curious to see where we go from here. What is this? Okay. No, you don't have to apologize, Edgar. It's a very valid question. I was just answering. If I had to give it a rating, if I absolutely had to give it a rating, this chapter, I'd probably say like 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. Especially for this, what makes it so strong for me is kind of the setup of everything. Seeing the dialogue at the beginning of the chapter with the police and saying they have to make these changes, like that instantly strikes me as something that's going to be very important in the future. And I think it could be taken along those lines of it's not even just villains that they kind of take this justice out on. It comes to the point where there may even be the thing about the world of Boku no Hero, though, as opposed to like other kind of superhero centric worlds, like X-Men or something like that, where you have people with genetic mutations, they have these powers and shit like that, is that quirks seem a lot more widespread in this verse. Quirks seem just complete, like it's hard pressed to find people just completely normal. So I mean, I could definitely see that discrimination developing and a kind of persecution, but it would be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. the Endeavor stuff and that scene with Shoto is definitely big. And then these final scenes with All Might and Deku are intense as fuck. So it's gonna be interesting to see where we go from here. The chapter the thing is for nothing. Exactly. Nah, Zara, I'm actually not caught up on Netogay. Since I couldn't stream last couple of weeks, I didn't watch any Netogay episodes because if I couldn't stream, I wasn't feeling it. Some things, to be completely honest with you guys, and I'm sure you noticed it of yourself, and I hope you understand, it's on me. Getting that strike and just like losing the ability to stream and just having the strike on the channel in general, the things I had to deal with during that time period, it just like made me very like unenthusiastic about some of the content on the channel, and certain things. So for as a result of that, like Netogay, the thing with Kisniver is simply a time matter. But don't worry about that. I'm gonna catching up on that for sure. To close that out. But Netogay will be back. Isn't today the last episode of Netogay though? Isn't it like 11 episodes? Let me look. Because if it is, I'm just gonna have to do it after the fact, but it's not gonna be today. I don't even have time to do it today because no, it's 12 episodes. So next week can be the last episode. I'm gonna catch up for next week and we'll do that. But I don't know, man. Cabaneri is about to be out. I need to do that. We have the Kotatsu today at 5, so I don't think I'm gonna have time to get to it, unfortunately, today. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do for Kisniver, I was planning to do this for like a couple of things. For Ludicro, I'm doing like a long stream where I just watch all the episodes drunk. Couple of other plans. You guys are lucky that you're here and I'm talking about it now, but it's about time that we do the next Prison School Climax stream. It's about time. I have about like 13 chapters to read now. And it's been a while. It's been months since the last Prison School Climax stream, and they're always fun. So I'm actually looking forward to doing that. I was thinking of doing I'm a couple of chapters behind on Kingdom and a couple of chapters behind on Soma. So I was thinking of doing streams, catching up to those. Don't know when I'm going to fit those in. It's either going to be like Friday or next week sometime for all of that shit. Especially Prison School Climax. I think that's going to be next week. And then for stuff I've missed, I'm going to be missing some stuff this weekend as well, unfortunately. But especially Kisniver, I plan to kind of catch up on and maybe make videos on what I've missed. But nah, I'm behind on Soma by a couple of chapters, so I haven't seen it. But yeah, I'm excited to do Prison School Climax. I'm excited to catch him on Kingdom because I can't believe I've missed like a handful of Kingdom chapters. It was so real where I left off. I don't even remember exactly what the chapter number is I left off. But we'll talk about all that later. Nah, no way. My favorite character in Boku no Hero. I mean, I've said this time and time again. So I'm just gonna run through like a handful of my best girls and a handful of my best boys from the series in no particular order. As far as girls are concerned, Goddess Momo, Ashido, who else? Ochako, of course. Himiko, of course. Yo, I can't believe I almost forgot Toga, man. No. So those are 4. I guess to round it out, I need one more girl. What other fucking engineering girl is the name? Hajime or something? I always forget her name, but that chick. And then for dudes, Base Tokoyami, Shoto, Bakugo, Izuku, Mineta, and All Might. After these chapters, man, All Might is the pinnacle of fucking everything. Fuck no, Mama Deku. Yeah, if Mama Deku lost some weight though, we might have to reevaluate everything. We might have to No, I'm playing. She's a great mom. She's absolute love, but no, she's not my type. She's not like a very real character to me. But yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot Himiko, man. Himiko is like number 2 actually, so that's crazy. But with all that said, I'm sure Cabaneri is out, and I want to get that done before the Kotatsu. Definitely come through the Kotatsu. We're going to be talking about Tokyo Magnitude 8.0 on Sloan's channel at 5. And if you want to hear my thoughts on that series, I finished it last night. I'm still not completely recovered. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, yeah, definitely come through the Kotatsu today. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Streaming tomorrow. Gonna get JoJo back. I'm gonna be streaming the episode 11 of Boku no Hero tomorrow because I missed that. And those are my plans for the foreseeable future right now, aside from the chapter streams I want to do. But it's pretty much it, man. It's good to be back streaming. It's good to talk about the chapter like this. Thank you guys for coming through. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be missing ReZero this week too, Zara. But there's things that I missed that I ultimately I'll talk about it tomorrow because I was planning to either make a video about it or just talk about it during a stream. But basically, I'm gonna be gone during certain portions. I'm gonna be here, but I'm not gonna be available to do content really during portions of this weekend because I got a friend of mine coming in from out of town. Got a lot of plans and shit to do there, but I'm probably gonna miss Saturday stuff and Sunday stuff for sure, and then Monday is really just a couple chapters. So it's not a big thing there, but I'm probably gonna miss Tokyo Ghoul, ReZero, Asterisk, Kisniver once again, and a handful of other things. So for sure, you already know I'm gonna make up Tokyo Ghoul on the Monday or Tuesday, and I'm gonna make up ReZero on the Monday or Tuesday if I end up missing them. The only thing I know for sure I'll be doing during Saturday and Sunday is we're bringing God streams back, man. Episode 9 is gonna be crazy. You know, I can't miss that shit. So with that said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Cabanera will be out later, and come through the Kotatsu on Sloan's channel. I'm out. Peace.